What's up, everybody? How's it going? Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of Grown Talk with Goddess. I'm late today. I'm sorry. I apologize. My daughter wanted to go to the plaza last minute. Yesterday was her birthday, so she got some money and decided she wanted to go spend it.
She spent it already, huh?
She spent it. I bought her a pair of $160 JTIs from the Just Do It anniversary collection, the Air Maxes. But I'm walking around with $12 Target slippers on my feet. Hey, shout out to me.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. First and foremost, thank you to all my viewers, my fans. I appreciate you hanging in to watch me and hear what I got to say today. Today's going to be a fun show. Then I always give my thanks. I always have to give my thanks. Thank you so much to Truth.
It's a pleasure. Believe me, it's definitely a pleasure.
Yeah, listen, we have a lot of fun in here, man. We have a lot of fun. Again, thank you to anybody who is new to the show, watching for the first time. Anybody who is always on. You know, I recognize that, and I appreciate you guys. A couple of things I wanted to discuss today. From last week, I mentioned that I had given some advice to a married couple friend of mine, and wanted to talk about it a little bit in regards to ways to spicing up a marriage. You know, so we'll get into that. I posted 3 Facebook topics of the week, and we got some good responses on those. That was definitely a lot of fun. So we'll get into that as well. I want to make sure that everybody is clear on how to find me. You can either go on my Facebook page, which is Kara Jones. Look for me there. On Instagram, UR_goddess, GODDESS 35. Or you can email me any type of questions, comments, concerns directly to growntalkwithgoddess@yahoo.com. A lot of y'all hit up my DMs or my inboxes, which is fine too. I posted a picture on my Facebook page this week. I broke the internet with that one, but I had a lot of people.
That one, yeah, that was, yeah. Keep conversing.
Yeah. So anyway, I did get a question for the week, and I wanted to discuss the question. Been married 13 years. We've been feeling like our sex has gotten a little less exciting. What advice can you give? Okay. So,
hey, Prodigy.
Hey, Prodigy. Hey, girl, what's up? So, I came up with a couple of different things, and, you know, being in my field and having the psychology degree and everything, I'm open to any questions. So if anybody ever wants to reach out to me for any type of questions or advice, they can feel free to do so. I came up with 5 ways to spicing up the sex life in marriage. And it just doesn't have to be in a marriage. It could be if you've been in a long-term relationship too, you know, 5 different things that have worked for a couple of people that I know personally and some advice that I've given to them. So, you know, here they are. The first one is to try something new. You can always introduce any type of toys into the bedroom. You could try adding some food, you know, in certain places, and just do something out of the norm, you know, than what you're used to doing. That's always a good way, and one of the best ways. The first way I would start out with trying to spicing up the sex life a little bit. Second way would be to turn on some porn. Listen, I personally am not a porn person. I do not watch porn. I cannot. And as freaky as I may be and as into sex as I may be, porn has just never been anything that I've liked. So, you know, but I do give advice to those who do enjoy porn and will watch it to try turning on some porn and seeing if you guys can both learn something new. Dirty talk. That's the third way. Again, I've been in situations where, you know, I've tried this myself. You know, let's try talking dirty to each other. And then the first time he's like, bitch, come here and suck my dick. I'm someplace crying. Like, I can't, I can't take it. Like, what do you mean? I'm a bitch. But for some, it works. So if you want to try the whole dirty talking thing to each other, you know, it has been proven to, you know, kind of help spicing up the sex life. The fourth way I would suggest is to become spontaneous. Do things, just like on a whim. Like, you know what? We out here. We had a show a couple of weeks ago about places where you'd have sex. Just try something new. Be at a bar. I also offer, if you've been in a relationship for a long time, acting like the two of you don't know each other and going on that date again and trying things out, meeting each other. It may sound a little corny, but reintroducing yourself to somebody that you've been with for a while, can open up new things that, either just didn't come up in conversation before or, got ignored. And the final way for me, and this is like probably one of the only things that I would do because I enjoy it, is phone sex or sexting. Been with somebody for a long time, go in the bathroom at work or whatever, you at work, take a picture of your pussy real quick, send it to them. I guarantee you that's going to get his attention. And, it's gonna turn him on. And, he may come home after work and just be like, yeah, it'll be something different. Or for the fellas, go in the bathroom or go whatever, jerk off, videotape it, send it to your girl. I like shit like that. That doesn't mean, guys, to start sending me text messages of you jerking off, because just, I don't put nothing past anybody, but, these are 5 things that I suggest and that I have suggested in the past. So if anybody, is listening or does any of these things and is successful, let me know. I'd like to know how it worked for you. Lack of physical closeness can put a significant strain on relationships. It really can. So maintaining that intimacy and making them feel, just as sexually good as physically good is always a positive, and it's always a good thing. And there's nothing ever bad that comes out of it. So that's my advice. Thank you so much for the question. Again, if anybody has any questions that they want advice for, or they want me to look into for them, you know how to get in contact with me, or you can ask me live on the show. As best as I can, I'll answer it without having to do too much research on it. All right. So I'm going to get into my Facebook posts of the week. The first one, I think we'll do the size one first. Mm-hmm. All right. We'll get into this and we'll talk about it. Does penis size really matter to women? I will say this. For the ladies, for me personally, it does not matter. It does not matter. I've been with guys with king size penises, and it hurt me so bad I didn't even want to fuck them again. Like seriously, I've been with three guys in my life like that, where we did it once and he tore me up so bad I just ain't never call him back. So in that retribute, it would matter in that retrospect, as well as if a guy is got a penis that keeps falling out of you every time he's trying to hit it from the back. I've had many of those, like more than I probably should have, and the majority of them has been this year. So, if we did have any involvement this year, that's my my response to it. This didn't really do too well on Facebook, so that's the reason why I wanted to talk about it first. But
it's not going to.
Why?
You have a lot of individuals who, the assumption out there is that, it's all about big dick. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I say from a certain standpoint, it depends on what a young lady's looking for. We have this discussion on the show all the time. If you're looking for a relationship, you're going to have to compromise. Your chance of finding king-size dick and a great relationship are very slim. Usually dudes who are severely packing, they're arrogant, they know it, and they're trying to fuck everything in the world.
Yes.
So you have young ladies who are trying to turn something like that into a relationship, and when it doesn't, that's when the stalkerish and whatever situation happens. I'm not saying it's a settled thing, but you have to find a penis that can satisfy you. That's the best thing I can say. But for you, full-blowingly going out there, I need big dick and big dick only. You're looking for situations where it's not going to work out for you, relationship-wise. Now, if it's just physical, knock yourself out, girl.
They're looking for big dick.
She says yes.
They're looking for big dick and big dick only. They're gonna end up with some type of needing a net or something to hold their bladder up. It's
just more,
to me, in my opinion, it's the way it's used. A guy can have a small penis and know how to fucking fuck better than a guy with a big size penis. I did not enjoy those encounters. I couldn't. It was too much for me.
Right.
And what was too much for me could have been average for somebody else.
That is true. But they always say, thicker women are more prone to they now. It's hard for them to handle larger sizes.
Can't do it.
You got some dogs, you pack and you trying to like really rip her ass up and but slimmer girls are usually, they say, a little more prone to being willing to do stuff like that.
Shit.
But again, like I said, it really depends on what you're looking for. Now, I'm not telling you go out there, jump on the smallest thing you can find, but find something that can satisfy you. I think a lot of times, like me, like the 2 women that I had the mind-blowing sex and mind-blowing head, it would have never worked as far as a relationship. Mm-hmm. It was that, and then it was nothing else that it came with it.
Really?
It's like, you're phenomenal in bed, but okay, I need somebody to talk to, can't do that. Need somebody to hang out with, can't do that. Like, we didn't get along on any other level but physically.
Really?
And it's like, after I nut and you nut, okay, we're still looking at each other. We have nothing really to talk about. We don't have really much in common. So it was just like, yeah, I'll find something that can satisfy me and I'm good.
Yo, I don't know if I can say that about anybody. That's a good topic too. About what were you guys like? More like friends?
No, I guess.
Or just fucking.
We the best box I ever had was this young lady. It was just more lines of we were dating. Nothing really happened. I was in Louisiana, and when I came back to New York and I went back, I wanted to look her up. You know what I mean? I wanted to finally get some, I know what I'm doing now. I'm trained. And I got a hold of it. It was phenomenal, but it was just more lines of like, it was just that. Like, I guess maybe it was the time that passed or whatever it is, but we didn't have that friendship, I guess, that we used to have. And the other one, the head was phenomenal. I'm talking about like I always tell, I literally put a flashlight in her mouth. Like, there's something wrong. Like, I've never experienced. Like, I could never get head standing up from her. I would fall every time.
Your legs get weak.
No, I forgot I was standing up. When you're getting head, you like, all right, I'm good. Her, every time was rap. And, everyone said that about her, but her box was whack as hell. It was like, whack.
Really?
Like, whack. And so it was just more lines like, okay, I can't turn this into a relationship.
Okay.
So, I just had to realize, okay, my chances of finding mind-blowing are slim. I'm not saying that you can't, because there are people that do find it. Mm-hmm. Not every dude or every female out there with phenomenal sex are, smuts.
Right. I'm not a smut.
Because the majority of them are. Great. So, you sometimes you just have to, go from phenomenal to, I'm good as hell.
Wow. Well, I mean, like I said, I've been with guys with smaller penises that I had a lot more fun with because it was, more comfortable for me than it was with these individuals that had these king-size dinglings. I was like, you want me to put that where? And you're going to try to do what with this where?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It wasn't going this way.
So what, every single one of them was just like uncomfortably painful, or it was just more lines of, that person didn't really know how to... Because I always say, like, you got to approach every situation different. And unfortunately, when you have sex with someone, everyone tries to realize, or most people don't realize, okay, that's Susie, this is Becky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And 2 different women that like 2 different things, and you have to be more understanding to the person you're with at that time. So It was just that they were just full blown, I'm trying to put it all in.
Yeah.
Or it was just, more situations is, position wise.
Every position they put me in, it hurt. I don't think I can take anything over like 8 inches. I just or 7. Maybe
I like see a chick sitting up there pulling out measurement tape like, nah, nigga, nah.
Like, listen,
You
this
almost made it.
It's too long.
You almost made it.
Yeah,
Time to get dressed.
I really think I'm a lot better with the guy, and you know what? I might want to blame that on the guys that I've been with because if they had dug a deeper path, then perhaps maybe
that's the point. They dug a deep
path. No, they didn't dig a deep path. Shit, they can't get it in further than like 5 inches for me. And listen, I done been to the doctor. I done talked to many people. I just can't take larger penis. I guess I don't know.
Right.
I see these things that these girls be like. Even a lot of these dildos, like I just, me personally, it would.
I don't know. I've seen a girl. Me and my cousin back in the days, we went to some like locked door or something, and
Lord,
this chick was just taking this dildo like it was nothing. But when it came to, I guess, the actual realness, she was fucking running like I've never seen before because it was just like. I guess a dildo is a dildo. Yeah, you can control it, but it's not attached to a hip. Mm-hmm. And a hip could come at different angles, different speeds and stuff like that. It was fun. I'm like, yeah, that shit went out the window, huh, bitch?
You know what? I don't know. And I might be inaccurate with the size for the men who eventually will watch this show one day and think that they've been with me and... I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you guys were smaller. I don't know. I was able to handle you guys with ease, but this is the one dude, Rashawn. I just can't. I couldn't do. Shout out to Rashawn from Jersey City. Yo, he's been trying for like 10 years. I just can't do it, yo. I can't do it. Sorry, baby. I just can't do it. But
hey, like I said, everyone handles different things differently.
You want a big one? Shout out to Rashawn in Jersey City. He'll go to him. He'll take care of you. Yes. And Prodigy know who I'm talking about too. He been around for a long time, man.
Okay.
We cool and shit, but I just can't take it. All right. On to my next topic. Now, we talk a lot about men and men being more open and being more into things that they haven't been in the past. Well, listen, some men are cool with it. The next picture that I got was a post that I put up on Facebook, and this one did generate a huge bunch of comments. The question was simply asked, if a guy wants to try something with his woman, as far as anal sex with her, where she's got on a strap-on, and he allows her to penetrate him with the strap-on, is he considered gay? Now, remember, we talked about a gay act being an act of, sex between two of the same sex. Like 2 women and 2 men. That's gay. That's what we know as being gay. But is something in this regards, in this instance, is this considered where men would cross the line as far as being called, or we can call them gay at this point if they allow something like this? Everybody on my page said yes. It don't even make sense reading all of the comments. Everybody said yes. I got 2 that were just like, you know what? They may be a lot more open. Shout out to Emil. He always gives good responses in regards to looking at it from both perspectives. And, in psychology, that's a big thing because you have to be able to be multidimensional and see things in multiple perspectives in order to be able to cure or fix a problem or an issue. So in this case right here, what you think, Drew?
I say this. I want people to be happy to their true selves. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of men out here that like this, and it's not like a gay thing because, again, gay is same sex on same sex.
Right.
But there's the biggest taboo, especially in the minority community, black men, that, you know, any kind of penetration is considered gay. That's prison shit, and a lot of other different situations. But according to our guest last night, a man's G-spot is in his anus.
Yes, it is.
I will say this. Me personally, I would never try it, and it's more along because of me being sexually assaulted as a child. I didn't think getting my asshole licked would be as phenomenally wonderful as that was. I think a lot of us just don't want to try it because we're saying, you know, looking at it, gay, 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 gay. But I think if a lot of people would give certain things, if not to this extent, give certain things a try, you might actually like it. But again, this is your wife. This is your woman doing it.
Right.
I think too many times we worry about what the outside world thinks of us. You know, it's a female.
Yeah.
I mean, female and a male.
Female, male.
You know? But you do have a lot of chicks out there. I ain't gonna say one young lady very close to me. Her boyfriend approached her with something like this. She said, "If you let me stick something in your ass, you can stick something in mine." And he wanted it so bad he allowed it.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen again, but he did it. He didn't feel any type of way about it or whatever. But it's a touchy situation.
It is.
A man bending over, they like, and they had this funniest fucking commercial on Facebook about men in the shower. And a guy walks by, and one guy rubbing another guy back with soap. And he's uncomfortable, so he walks, and he happens to drop the soap. So he turns around, the guys are looking at him, so somehow he scoots the soap all the way to the wall and bends over to picks it up, and then the wall falls down.
Oh, my God.
More shower gave me. It was funny as
that
hell.
was on
man.
Facebook?
Yeah, it was on Instagram. It had me fucking her rolling.
Lord Jesus.
But it's always going to be that taboo-ish situation. You know, it's a lot of people look at it and say it's supposed to be the reverse way. It's supposed to be the man and the woman, and she looked like she enjoyed herself.
She looked like, listen, I've been approached by a couple of men. I actually have one that hangs out in my inbox every day who keeps begging me to peg him. Straight man. He says the only reason why he stays on top of me to do this is because he knows that I'm open-minded enough to do it. I've actually done an adult film where I have pegged a man like this. Right. Straight man. He went home to his 3 children. I wore the strap on. I did it.
What did that feel like to you as far as like a female and you're doing this to a male? Did you feel a particular way about it?
You know what? I remember right before I did the film, I was asking, like, you think to yourself, because you guys be doing like special moves and things, and you know, like I didn't want it to just be the plain and simple in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. I wanted to, you know, so I was nervous about not being able to move like how you guys can. Right. You know, to do that. It was my first time. I looked at it, honestly, in 2 different ways. Number one, as, you know, it was going to be a significant payday for me. And number 2, like, it's business, you know.
So if you saw this gentleman on the street, would you be like, gay ass motherfucker, or be like, hey, how you doing?
I would say, hey, how you doing? Because I know he's not gay.
Okay.
I know he's not gay. He's a straight man. He's got 3 kids, you know.
So what obligated him to feel comfortable enough in doing that? Did you like?
He's done it. It's not like, I mean, he's done it before, and I could tell by how easy the dildo went in. To be honest, with you, he's done it before. Whether he does it at home with whoever he's with, I didn't get into that conversation with him.
Right, right.
But he did not make it appear to me in any way, shape, or form that it was something that he was ashamed about doing. He didn't make it seem as if he was a bisexual man. He put it out there as him being a straight man. Just like the guy who hangs out in my inbox all day, every day. He claims to be a straight man, but he wants this, you know? It's really something that men have to answer, you know, as far as how it does feel when you have your prostate touched or examined, how it does feel, you know.
It would always be that gayish feeling. Again, we're flawed creatures. And unfortunately, you know, a lot of us care about what other people think about us. And it's not just that, it's also the female that you allow to do it.
Right.
A lot of times, especially, you know, when we get into disagreements with the people we with, sometimes they hit below the belt.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, a lot of that could be, oh, you gay ass mo, and this could be out in the open or whatever, and then you got people looking at you sideways. So that would be a lot of reluctance. I always say, you know, even though you get into disagreements, you are still in a relationship together.
Right.
And there are certain things that should not be said or done crossing the line. Like, I don't care what it is. You know, whatever happened other than the whole hand shit or whatever. And cheating, I always say cheating depends on the reason they cheat. If you wasn't giving it up and they cheated, it's your fault. I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, no matter what we go through in a relationship, you have so many people that sit there, get into an argument with the person they with, and next thing you know, they're on, you know, they're in their inbox and they're hitting people up and they're giving their numbers away and they're courting these other people who was trying to get at them. And that, to me, I always say that's a person who's not ready for a relationship.
Right. Right.
You know, I don't give a fuck if we got into one of the worst arguments in the world, nigga, I still want pussy.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't want me to go fuck somebody else. We ain't got to speak during. You know what I mean? You can nut, I nut. We go, you know, I go my side of the bed or another room or whatever. We can do that.
Yeah, you know
still
what?
in a relationship.
I can't. Oh, my gosh. Look, you couldn't be with me because if we fighting, you ain't getting shit.
That's why I cheat. Prodigy says that's not gay. That's just him being freaky. And I said,
It could
you know,
be.
You
I
have
gotta-
some people that, hey, some men love getting a head done. Some don't.
Right.
As weird as that sounds, some men don't like getting their dicks up. Some men don't. You know what I mean? And there's some men who don't like women to ride. They just want to be dominant. Back shots. You got some men that just like missionary positions. Every individual
I
is
can't
different.
understand. Listen.
You know, it's that old school, old style, you know, mentality. You know, that's the way it's supposed to be type situation.
Hell no.
Exactly.
How do you feel it all the way? I mean, look, maybe
Well,
this has a lot to do with...
Let's say a lot of women are different in their position, legs up, I don't know, like... Fuck that. I'm trying to destroy every
I mean, you're
possible.
supposed to, whether you could take dick or not. Look, I can't, but whether you could take dick or not, you're supposed to be trying to trying to beat it up and shit. But I did get one or two people who looked at it in the same perspective. This is a woman. This is a woman that's doing this to her man. This is something that, you know, obviously the two have discussed. Does it open his mind up to now wanting to be with a man? Probably not, in my opinion, if he knows that his girl will do this for him.
I think there are a lot of men out there that do have homosexual tendencies, but I guess the way they were raised, they feel some type of way about that. So what they decide is they allow their wives or women to do this to them.
Yeah.
To where as far as they'll actually suck the dildo type situation. Yeah. But to them, you know, they fixed in their mind, because this is my wife or my woman, I'm not gay. Or
Right.
it will allow me to actually experience my fantasies without being with a man and feeling some type of way.
You know what? When you have, and I forgot, what's the governor or whoever he was of Wiener? Wasn't that the one that was married to the woman, had kids with the woman, and like was for 15 years and like came out during like his term and announced him being gay?
I remember yeah.
Maybe, no, Wiener was the one that was taking naked pictures. I forgot this man's name, but, and this is not the only case. I read about it a lot. I've seen it, you know, where two people are married. They're married 15, 20 years. Then all of a sudden he decides, after these 15, 20 years, I'm gay and I've always been gay. In my opinion...
Yeah, to me, that bothers me.
She, as his wife, had to have been doing something in order to spark his interest and to keep him satisfied for that 15, 20 years. You don't think so?
No. The human mind is a powerful tool, and you have some individuals that can get hard or soft at a whim. You know, some people that just have that control over their body parts of women. wet, not wet. You know what I mean? Situation. Nipples erect, not. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter if it's cold or whatever. You have some people that just have that control over their body. He might have watched a male porno, got excited, got in bed with his wife, and had sex. Straight out the bathroom. Or while he's having sex with his wife, he'll do it from the doggy style position. Or he'll start anal first to arouse himself, then go into the vaginal area to ejaculate. No, there are people who go through a lot of situations. Like I remember a scene in Game of Thrones. She knew her motherfucking husband was gay. She's like, all right, do you want my brother to come in here and get you started? Because that's who the guy was having sex with, her brother. And
I don't watch that show.
I'll wait till you're about to climax, then you can put it in me and climax. That's all you got to do.
This was on a show?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they didn't actually show it, but this is the conversation she was having with him. Because, you know, it was already known that the guy was having sex with her brother. But again, you know, it's all about having kids and leaving family. And she was like, hey, he gonna come get you ready. And just when you're about to explode, you can just me, and then y'all can go back to doing whatever you need to do.
Oh my God.
So there are a lot of people that do that, but the thing to me, it what you do to your kids.
Yeah.
You can't tell me after 15 years, all of a sudden now, you know, maybe her asshole ain't as tight as it used to be or whatever it is. All of a sudden now your kids are grown-ish, and it's like, all right, well, I'm gay. You got 4, 5 kids? And that happens a lot with women.
Yeah.
You know, all of a sudden now they're gay, they got 12 kids. Bitch, I'm confused as shit.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot. You know, shout out to the lesbian mothers. But I've seen it, you know, I don't get it. It is what it is. I don't know. I don't even know if I consider myself as being bisexual. I've been with one girl, but I feel like I would miss the dick. I would personally. I feel like I would. And
would you miss the dick or the male? Because what I think is the true difference to me is the male, the touch. Now I understand. Oh, ain't nobody know how to touch a woman like a woman. Nah, fuck out of here. Men are savages. I'm looking at you. If I'm looking at you, I'm attracted to you. I'm going to tear your ass up. There's certain things I'm going to touch you or whatever. And I just think it's that animalistic thing, like that aggression, that physicality. And that's why I think a lot, especially from a woman's standpoint, when they do decide they want to be with a woman, they always pick a manly-looking woman.
Yeah, we talked about that first episode.
Yeah.
I want to start out by saying this. I have not been touched like sexually, like that feel good touch since like 2015. So,
wow.
You know, it's been a long time for me. If a woman comes along and can give me that touch, you know, then I'd praise her. Just like if there's a man out there who, and you know, knocked up and all, still ain't have that touch in 3 years, the men I deal with, to me, they just like to rush. But I will say, hey,
you could be aggressive and still take your time. There's a way about it. I think what they have to do is I want you to be a little forceful, but they step back. Like if you want to rip shit off and then look at her. Like, you know, like with Michelle, like I have certain looks in my eyes. She's like, oh shit, yeah, bitch.
Shit, I wish I could say that.
It's about to be, but I'm saying that there are ways to be, like, say, aggressive and rough, but still, you know, you can't just go in there and pound it out 5 minutes and you about your day. No, like, she has to be satisfied too. You know what I mean? It's just like I always said from the female perspective, if you're not satisfying your man, he gonna, just like men. Yeah, your woman has to climax, fellas. If not, she's gonna find something or someone to climax her.
Yeah. I had to do that shit last night.
Shots.
Sometimes you gotta pull out that vibrator, get the rest of it up out of there. I'm just kidding. So, that's what I think about this whole situation as far as that sex goes. I don't think he's gay. They might have made him look a little gay in his picture a little bit.
Well, I mean, not really. This is how it's gonna be, fellas. If this is what you decide, and they're like just like the Amazon position. I think the Amazon position is the most dominant position in the sexual positions. And there are a lot of men that won't allow their wives to do it because it gives them that much power.
Yeah?
It gives them that much power that they decide they don't want no parts of it.
Okay.
Under any circumstances.
I mean, I don't know how long that strap on is, but
that's another thing itself. I'm gonna see if I can get it for. They ain't gonna be able to see it.
okay.
Let me see if I can
Yeah, I don't know.
get it for you.
But that definitely sounds fun. That is a position where we feel the most dick, or
No, it's I'm trying to see how I can really say it. The man has absolutely gosh. I'm trying to see. You have absolutely no power. I'm trying to get one that ain't too raunchy for you, but I forget who I'm talking to. So, the woman is complete dominant. You know, she's on top. I'm gonna find it for you. Let me see if I can find a specific one. But you know, she's on top of him, and he's on his back.
Mm-hmm.
His legs are up in the air, and she's pretty much squatting on his legs.
Oh yeah, I've done that. Okay. He can't really move.
That's the point.
Oh, okay. Now I see what you're saying.
You know, like she's in the woman's in 100% complete control.
That's dope.
And you know, especially if you're dealing with a young lady that loves to ride, that can ride. You know, I've seen girls who, you know, depending on the guy, depending on how long you are, fellas. I've seen women who are able to get on their knees, put the guy and still get penetration that way, and it looked like she's fucking him, but you know it's not. He's actually still doing it penetrating.
Yo, that's pretty dope. While his legs are still up and
she has his legs up.
Oh my gosh,
his shit is in her, and she's hitting him.
Right.
As
that's
if
dope.
like and so like I said, you know. It gives women the complete control, and a lot of fellas aren't comfortable with giving women that much control over them. But the best way to do it is with his legs fully back in the air, back, and she's on top because it's on her. It's like it's nothing he could do.
That's pretty dope. To open my eyes up to something new. Like, look, try new things. Spice it up the relationship. All right, so. To get on my final topic, and this one was hilarious. I actually, I hate to post comments on my Facebook because it's supposed to be my way to get you guys to tune in to watch the show to see what I'm gonna say about the situation. But the final topic was funny because I just recently experienced something like this in my own home. So when I found it, I had to put it up, and shout out to Shaw Cunningham because I took it from him. Have you ever been caught by any of your kids? What's worse, your child walking in on you getting your dick sucked or fucked? And it can also be getting your vagina eaten. It doesn't have to just be the dick suck. I know a couple of guys thought it was funny because, like, oh, I would hate for my kids to see me getting my dick sucked by, you know, it turned into a whole other gay thing, and it wasn't even like that. But I ask a lot of people.
Turn something gay quick.
Everybody. I don't know what's wrong with my sick friends on Facebook, but I love them all. We have so much fun with every single one of my posts. And this one generated a lot of comments because, you know, it was catchy. The majority of you thought that it would be a lot worse to walk in and get caught having your dick sucked or sucking dick as opposed to getting fucked. But I thought that it depended on exactly how you was getting fucked. Because if you was doing some crazy, crazy like up on your head, spinner helicopter type, I done been put in a lot of different positions. But I could just imagine certain positions that I would be in being a little bit harder to explain to my kid as opposed to
here you go.
Walking in sucking dick. Okay. Oh, I see the Amazon. Oh. Okay.
And then you see, depending on the length.
Okay. That's pretty.
See how like she's on her knees.
Yeah.
and then the backwards one. So there are a lot of different ways to me that, yeah.
That's definitely really dope.
Yeah.
Guys, check out, what was it, Amazon? Amazon photos. Check that out so you can get an idea. Amazon sexual position. So you can get an idea.
Fellas wouldn't allow their women to do that to them. It's not happening. It's not happening under any circumstances.
Yep.
Now this.
Yes.
This has happened to everyone that has kids.
Yes.
Unfortunately, kids are very, 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 very fucking good at acting like they're fucking asleep when they're not.
Word. Or acting like they didn't hear you tell them to knock on the fucking door before you walk in.
Oh, they're never gonna do that.
I've had to tell my kids many times, if you don't knock on this door, and sometimes I just be in there masturbating or whatever.
Right. Then it's not gonna happen. I think that's one thing with kids. It's not gonna happen because kids want what they want when they want it.
Yeah.
But this has happened to everyone. You know, your kids have seen you because you could always tell with the parents, because the kids, they always like humping shit or whatever. Mm-hmm. They're seeing a lot of things, but we still haven't mastered how to have sex when we have kids.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
We want it now, you know, or whatever situation may be. We take their sleep. I think it's best when they're babies type situations, but, you know, shit, we're healthy. We want to have, you know, sex. And I always think, because, you know, you can't always do it in the bathroom. It's not as comfortable.
Right.
It's not as comfortable doing it in the bathroom.
Spontaneous.
It becomes, because you have kids and you have to do it so much, it doesn't become spontaneous. It becomes like the norm.
Yeah, I can say that.
You know, so it gets kind of like, oh, fuck.
I can say that.
Leg up on the sink, leg up on the tub. Okay, let me put my butt up.
Bend over.
Yeah, so it gets kind of like, then you're doing the same fucking positions in the bed because the bed is different.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I will read a couple of the comments that I got on my Facebook page.
What up, E?
Hey, E. Leroy Williams says sucking dick is worse. Cedric Bad News Brown said, if you witness your mom giving that bop, she better not ever try to kiss you again. Fuck out of here, Mom. True. I can't imagine if I had ever walked in and caught my mom doing anything like that. But, you know.
We have. We've all caught our parents doing shit.
I remember sleeping in the same bedroom as my mother and father.
Exactly.
And they getting it popping, and I'm laying in the bed right next to them.
Yeah.
Hell, I done seen my father make a whole fucking sex tape. You know, and we popped in the tape, and it's my father getting his dick sucked. Like, we've all seen it. It wasn't by my mother either. We've all seen it, you know. Todd Leah said that this was a hard one. Justin Natel said, I'm going to say suck a dick, but it all depends on how you doing what, because it can be played off. That's what I say, too.
I don't know. If you like one of those individuals that, like, sloppy with your head.
Yo, I said that.
Or, you know what I mean? Like,
loud.
No matter. That's the most disturbing shit in the world to me. If it's natural, yeah, but like motherfucker making all that noise that turn me on.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's like the biggest turn. If it's natural, yeah. You know what I mean? But it's if you a sloppy head, like I don't give a fuck what you packing, I put it all in my mouth type. You don't want to see, you want your child to see you with that face when you got that shit in your throat because make that face.
Whoa.
Because a lot of women don't know, like, you got to inhale when it's down there.
Yeah.
You got to inhale.
You got to inhale right before.
And you'll be able to put a lot more in there or whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know, you don't want your child being scarred with that face. So I think it'd be better for a chick getting pounded out.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I said. Listen, I got caught. I got caught having sex. And I said,
turn on the faucet.
Yeah.
It ain't that much bathroom in the world because like once you keep doing it, you keep doing it, it's totally different. Like it becomes like boring now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like different, you know, you wanna unless you like got one of those super houses where your bathroom is fucking huge.
Oh hell no.
That's different.
Listen.
Cause then I remember like living in a place where like they had the shower separate from the tub. That's how big
nice.
the bathroom was. So, yeah, something like that, I feel you. Because there's a lot of ways we can have sex in there. Okay. But if you got these little tiny-ass bathrooms and shit, where, you know, you don't even have a tub, it's just a shower type shit. Nah.
Shout out to Erica, to E. She says, suck a dick, but you can always be under the blanket so that they don't see exactly what you're doing.
Then you're trying to suffocate the fuck out yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you ever seen that shit before when you try that. Chick pull her head up her head, she's sweating and shit. It's just like, that's not a sexy feeling.
Eyelashes down on the cheek and shit. I've seen it. I've seen it. Erica went on to say you have to have an emergency precaution procedures like fire drills just in case the door lock is broken from you busting it open during an argument. He went in and locked the door. Oops. She's so silly.
She just, what did it say? She said, lock the damn door.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You got to lock the door. You got to get it in when you got to get it in. But, I mean, we all know kids are aggravating this shit. I think kids have a, I want some dick or pussy radar. Mm-hmm. Like, whenever mommy or daddy getting horny, something wrong, like, no, I want to be, that's the time they want to be sitting on you. They want to be leaning on you. No, I'll be with you in a few.
No lie. My son came busting into my bedroom like 1:30 in the morning asking me for a fucking charger the other night. I was getting sex. The fuck you need a charger for on a Tuesday night at 1:30 in the morning? He ain't want no charger. He either heard something and just walked in to be nosy, or maybe he did want a charger. I don't know. But who?
I don't know who wants to walk in on their parents. Like, I don't want to, like, purposely walk in on my parents having sex.
Yo, these little kids nowadays, they freaky, yo. My son was watching Ella Mae's porno in the car the other morning. She got a porno. If you go under Pornhub and look under morning sex, she's sucking a big black dick. It was all over. You ain't see it on Facebook?
No.
Yeah, girl. They asked her about it on the Breakfast Club, and she admitted it to her, it being her. But I'm telling you, everybody done seen that shit. That is definitely her.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know. With her, is just like, I don't know. Because she's like, she likes women, and the fact that, you're sitting there acting like you can feel somebody sucking plastic. Yeah.
Vernon Lucas, he said, being a man, I'd rather my daughter walk in on me having sex rather than going down on a woman. I can explain sex easier. I guess. I mean, what you gonna say? You was given the Heimlich?
I don't know. I mean, if especially if you know what you're doing, women get more pleasure. Especially when it comes down to the actual orgasm. Yeah, they want some penetration, but if it's like I want that nut, it's all about eating box.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Woo. Andre Duran, my sexual white chocolate, he said both is worse. He don't want to get caught doing nothing. Reynaldo Bello also said it's a difficult decision. As far as it goes for me, I would much rather my kids walk in on me having sex than me sucking dick. That's just it. I don't know how I would explain that to them. Especially like my 7-year-old. That's not something. It'll be a little harder to explain that to them, as opposed to my 15-year-old, or my almost 20-year-old. They know what it is, at that point. As far as sex goes too, but I don't know. I always grew up believing in my family that putting your mouth on a penis was a nasty thing.
He says, yes, sex not giving head. I was saying, especially if you brutal with it. Like, I've run across some chicks that are, like, they want to win championships for giving head. And,
fuck that shit.
I mean, like, especially, like I say, you solid, you want to spit back on it. That's the sexiest shit in the world to me.
Yo, listen, I can't stand that shit. I don't understand. Listen, we all know how I feel about the whole giving head thing. Can I do it? Yes, I can do it. I've had a bunch of, I've never had any complaints. I had a guy tell me that he could tell I could fuck by the way I suck dick. I don't know how, but he didn't complain. It went on a little too long, too far. But at the same time, it's not my favorite thing to do. I do not like porno. I do not watch porno. It's not my thing. But every once in a while, I'll come across watching somebody giving some head somewhere. I don't understand how you can spit on something and then, like, it just makes me gag. Like, just thinking about it, it's all wet. Look.
It's just like,
for instance, when
a guy goes down on a female and he kisses her, like, this is your juices. Like, you should love that. You know what I mean? This is what you taste like.
Listen, it's all fine and dandy, and I know you guys got the beard things going on, and that's That's all lovely and shit, but I do not personally like my juices dripping from your beard on the coldness. I can't stand it.
That's the natural juices, girl.
It might be, but it's cold once it comes from your beard to my damn tummy or to my titty. And it's nasty feeling, like that string just got... Anyway, that's a little off topic, but, you know, I that right there I can't stand, but...
That's, all in your beard and shit. I mean, I don't know if it help your face hair grow. Do it, fellas.
Listen.
I mean, that's the end thing now, beards. I don't like it. Me personally, I just like the little chin I got, and I really, you know. But I'm not, you know, I can't do the whole beard thing. But there are a lot of women out there that love the whole beard thing.
Yeah, but the beard feels good up against a shaved pussy. I'll tell you that. It does. Pussy got to be shaved in order for you to get the full effect.
Do women have? I don't remember the last time I actually ran across a female that had hair.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been like 20 years. Literally. Like,
yeah.
Once that whole shave thing started, it's been that whole, you know. But you do have someone like. You do have some women like a little bit. That's cool, but like to have a full out bush, nah, I'm good.
Listen, up until like 2 days ago, I had a full bush. You know why? Because I was... Look, my armpits was hairy, my legs looked like bushes, my pussy was woofing up until like 2 days ago. I wasn't getting no sex. So what the fuck is the point of shaving? I was being lazy.
Well, you never know when a situation... Because, like, I always say, like, it'll be that time that something will pop off that you're not ready and you'll fuck it all up.
Yeah.
You be like, you sitting there, you got, like, a midget under your armpits and shit like that. And especially depending on what kind of hair you have. Like, you have that really, like, you know, woolish type shit, you know?
It ain't like this wig. It's not. I got the shit that need juices and berries on my motherfucker.
Comb it out. Perm.
Listen, I got it all waxed away. It's all good now.
I always say, like, you know, I always do those kind of places, like, you know, with the whole wax or whatever. I'm like, I want to really, like, read those ladies' minds sometime when they go on and waxing some of these ladies. It was like, girl, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. Listen, I know that's what they was thinking about me. I know it was. Like, oh my God, how long has it been? Like 4 months? Maybe 5.
Damn.
And that's how long it's been, too. And you know what? I was happy. I was okay. I don't like the way it feels like once it's growing back, man.
Oh, no, it's just like a motherfucker. Because, like, every once in a while, I like to shave, too. I just like a little bit, nothing really crazy. Mm-hmm. But most of the time, like, I like it bald.
Yeah.
But it's just that oh, my gosh. That itching shit. It's just like, damn, like, people thinking maybe I got crabs or something.
Exactly. That's the reason why I much rather just, you know what, just fuck it. Let it grow. But then, too, on top of everything else, you know, I got my own little situation going on. So I'm a little lazy. I get home from work and all I want to do is sleep, and that's it. You know, and that's just how it is. So I let it go for a little while. But I'm back now. I ain't doing nothing about it, but I'm back now. So I'm glad the majority of... Well, did you say that you much rather get caught?
Me, like I said, it really depends. Like, because I'm aggressive. So, like, my kid walking on me, seeing me, like, choke somebody out, you know what I mean? Or, like, you know, gotcha, one head up, one leg up, one leg down. Like, you know, it depends. And then, like, giving the head, I want you to spit on it, you know what I mean? So, I don't want
Yo, just the thought of that makes me... Yo, I hate when a guy be like, yo, get nasty with him. But like, yo, my mouth is dry, motherfucker. I'm not getting nasty with nothing.
Oh, I leak heavily. It ain't gonna be nothing dry.
Oh.
I
not everybody's
heavy.
Like you.
I leak heavy. It's gonna be sloppy.
Not everybody is like that.
It's gonna be very sloppy. Like, to me personally, if I had to, I would say sex. If I had to pick one, I would say sex. But, like, you know, depending on what position I'm in the mood for, you would want to walk in to see some shit.
Lord Jesus Christ. You know what?
I would, like, do some of that reverse sometime. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that helicopter, got the whole helicopter spin going on. That I wouldn't know how to explain to my kids, you know, like, at all. Like, Mom, what were you doing? I don't know.
I would think from a female perspective, well, sex period, I think the best position to get caught would be reverse cowgirl. Because all they see is titties.
Nah. The best?
Because I'm saying if the kids walk in, all they see is you backing up. They don't see dick. They don't see pussy. They just see a titty.
Okay.
And then, both parents lying down.
But see, then too, it depends on the angle of your bed.
But that's what I'm saying. If they walk in, they see full. You know what I mean? It's just they just see titties and they see mommy, daddy sitting down. They don't see a penis. They don't see a vagina. You know what I mean? They don't see juices and wetness. They just see titties. You know what I mean?
Getting fucked from the back. Like.
Well, I mean, yeah. Then, like, depending on how big the dude balls is, all you see is ass. To be really honest with you.
No, but my face, like my body was facing the door. So the first thing you see when you walk in is me on my knees and him behind me.
What did again? But you see facing titties. Like you don't really see like getting caught. You know what I mean? Her riding like, and she's on her fucking toes type. You seeing dick balls, pussy. You hearing the clapping down. And like it's a little different sight.
Then the question becomes: do you stop or do you keep going?
You stop to get their asses out the door. Like depending on the fear your kids have for you. I'll say this. Because you have some where you just raise your voice, they go running out.
Listen.
And others where they sit there and they really watching what's happening. They all in shock or whatever. Mm-hmm. Then you got to get up, run. Then it's like, all right, do I get up, run, put the robe on and grab them, sheet? Or do I run with the dick bouncing? And it's different.
Listen.
You don't want to run at your kid with a hard dick, like get out the door type shit.
I thought once my kid came into the room and initially saw what was going on, he would have just walked out. He's 13. He asked me for a motherfucking charger.
He really needed to make that text.
I guess so.
It was that social media post went viral, girl.
It probably did. It probably did. I thought he had a little bit of more fear than I anticipated. But you know what? The next day, he acted like it didn't happen. I acted like it didn't happen. We never mentioned it to each other.
That's the thing that cute. That I don't like. I mean, it's funny as hell because we all know what we saw, but we act like we saw. But you talk about it. Be like, son, did you like what you see? Then you just stay the fuck out my room.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Or next time I have you come in while I'm giving some sloppy top.
I was so embarrassed. I didn't know how to address it. And because he didn't say anything or tell any of his other siblings, I just left it alone.
He told him. He just didn't let you know he told him. He told him.
Nah, because I believe my daughter would have said something. She's one of them times like, oh, I heard what you was doing, mommy.
Nah, not on that. Certain things, yeah, but like, especially if he saw something.
Yeah, I've wondered about that. I don't know. Hopefully he didn't say anything to her, but if you're saying that you feel like he might have, like zero hope, zero faith, I don't know.
I said, but then again, he might, have kept it to himself because, a lot of times, the embarrassment falls on the individual that actually saw it.
Right. Yeah.
Compared to, the person actually got caught.
I was just more or less so, I was embarrassed because, like when he walked, and then saw, there was no way I could have said it was anything else. I was doing anything else.
I would think from the fella perspective, it would be a little more embarrassing because it'd be like, I was the one in there pounding your mom's out. Like, I'm in the refrigerator getting something to drink and shit.
Yeah. Gotta walk past like, is your kid asleep? I don't know, nigga. He just seen everything.
Yeah, at the breakfast table and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's crazy. Like, could you pass something like, nigga, don't touch me. Nigga.
Exactly.
Did you wash your fucking hands?
Exactly. And that's what Cedric said. Like, if you caught your mother giving that bop, how would you feel about her? Type shit. It's like,
Yeah, she coming to kitten. Have a good day at work.
I felt bad about even disciplining him next day. Like, you do whatever you want. You don't want to wash the dishes and take the garbage out? You ain't got to.
Wash them. I'm going to put you in the room on the chair and we watch the whole thing.
Oh, man. But those are the topics for this week. And we had a good discussion like we always do.
Always.
What I want more of is if there's anybody who's watching that is my friend on Facebook, give me some ideas of some show topics. If there's anybody who's watching that wants to come and sit with me, get in contact with me. I'd like to have you on the show. I don't want it to be just a show triggered directly onto just sex. We can have adult conversation about other things as well. So if anybody has any questions, relationship advice that they need, get in contact with me. We'll answer it. We'll have some fun with it. Hopefully I can get you the information that you need. As far as next week's topic, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet.
I'm going to send a list your way.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. Reach out to me if there's anything. And who is D? D who's old? D Holla. Do you know what that is?
No.
I want to get in contact with you, D Holla. Get in contact with me. He's always watching. He's on the show a lot. Give me something to talk about. You seem like you're very verbal, so get in contact with me. Either look me up on Facebook, Kera Jones, or on Instagram at UR_Goddess35. I want to get in contact with you. But that was this week's edition of Grown Talk with Goddess. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Tell your friends to tell their friends. I think I might actually start passing out flyers or make cards or something.
We talk about that.
We'll talk about it, but
I want the right person to get them made.
Okay, I want more people to learn about me and see how fun I am and stuff.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Truth.
Always.
I know, if there's anybody that's gonna keep it real with me, it's gonna be you as far as this sex shit go. We have a lot of fun. I got
issues.
Yeah, me too. I have issues too. All right, y'all. Until next week. Thanks for tuning in.